What's that? You wanted me to play more of this game? Well, I'm here to do that. Part 7. I've been doing push-ups like these gestuals since the end of the last episode, like you have. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Engage. Check out my other playthroughs and all that fun stuff. I'm grateful that you're here. I hope that you continue to care about what I have to say about the game. It's been fun to educate the masses with what this game has to offer. You return as champions. Well done, well done. All right then, you ready? The password is get out of my way.
The password is get out of my way.
Very gestural-ish.
Esquie's nest is east of the village. Siniso guards that path. Shout the password as loud as you can, and Siniso will let you through.
As loud as we can. Got it.
Ah!
Thank you for everything.
Try not to die too soon. Okay.
Gestural positivity is so heartwarming.
One more thing. We've opened the back door for you. It'll be easier to come back and visit us.
Thanks, Chef.
Provoke Golgra to a duel? Maybe later. Not really trying to provoke people right now. Alright, so back door. I think I remember the person that's in the way. That's the guy that we tried to talk to before we came here. Oh, I'll bet the back door is that drawbridge. Like I'm playing WoW. Possible to not just jump like this. Nurik, you're welcome to ask. I can't guarantee that I'll answer, but you are welcome to ask. Back at camp. Ooh. Oh, baby, bring me the juice. Because you know there's about to be some juice.
I still can't believe it. I lost hope after a while, but you all survived.
What was your plan if we hadn't? Be a gestural champion until your Gommage?
Well, it was a lot of fun, so yeah, maybe.
Fair enough. Would be a very... So... It's a bit of a wild experience when you are put into a situation where there is an immense amount of adversity, or you're heavily constrained, there's chronic stress, and perhaps you've also lost people, where sometimes you can intentionally hold out on acceptance, where you're able to access certain like experiences, expectations, and knowledge, and hope that the circumstances will get better. And for a lot of people, that is directly related to their degree of like resiliency to a situation, or there's their naivete to it if they haven't been exposed to something similar, but it's not like a bad naivete. But sometimes either immense stress and at worst trauma can happen when your reserves on that run out, where circumstance, maybe even more than intention, moves you into a space where you begin to accept what you don't want to expect. And that forced change of perspective based on experience can be really brutal and facilitate a lot of like existential questions and can create a scenario where people act in ways that they maybe would have never expected that they would act because it's beyond what their comprehension and their reserves were really allowing for. And I would imagine that maybe to an extent that's what she's saying, is that she kind of got there. I didn't know that I was ever going to see you guys again. You're all dead. I'm in a completely foreign place. And then to have an experience of us showing up after you've made that resignation or been forced to make that resignation is a whole other host of stuff. Where essentially that process is, you don't just unknow the fact that you went through that process. So you've had this really strong forced accommodation. And then that expectation is ruined because these people come back, or maybe you get through something or whatever, and then you got to deal with what that means to integrate that. And that's a lot of work. That's not easy to do. So she's standing here looking at Gustav thinking that he was dead. And it's really, sometimes people like think, well, I'm here, so you should be fine. Just, you know, forget everything. But the whole process you went through prior to that is not null and void. The analog I can think of in real life is when a person is given like a terminal diagnosis and then they end up surviving it. Maybe you're like, oh yeah, like this cancer is gonna kill you in a year, and then somehow, some way, it doesn't kill you in a year, and you made all these preparations to die, and then you don't. It's a very weird experience, not just even for you, but for the people around you that have essentially been resigning themselves to the fact that this is coming. And the aftermath of something like that can facilitate an immense amount of tension in ways that people don't anticipate. And my hope would be that if that's something that's going to affect these folks, it's something that they can talk about. But you can't just undo all of that. You don't just snap back to what it was prior to that. You went through that process. Time continued, and you engaged it, not by any fault of your own. It can be pretty rough. So she kind of alluded to that, and I'm not surprised that she reached that. And maybe she would have just fought Gestrals because that's all she could do. That was her sphere of influence. All right.
I still can't believe it.
What was your plan?
Well,
So she just says the same thing again. Okay. In the last episode, when Gustav was seemingly about to trigger about his trauma, he was going to tell Ciel that he's experienced before Luna erupts. Is there a healthy way of self-triggering that can help approach one's trauma, or is that approach usually too self-destructive? It's a good question. I don't think Gustav was self-triggering there. You don't necessarily self-trigger. I think he was starting to talk about it, and then that started to happen. Like, that's usually how triggers go. So, intentional trigger is not generally a thing, though it can be. That is generally the type of thing that you determine whether is necessary with a therapist who knows what they're doing as it relates to trauma. So, just reliving memories or engaging with a trigger in a shoot from the hip kind of way is likely not going to help. Now, there is inevitably going to be a person that says, DrMick, I did that, and that's fine. Cool. Good for you. But on the whole, working through trauma on your own is an incredibly difficult thing because you need some degree of scaffolding around it from an outsider that knows how to handle that type of thing. And, I mean, it doesn't have to be a therapist. It could be a friend or whatever, but, like, ultimately, it's not a thing that I would generally recommend unless you really know what you're doing and have a level of intention behind it that you can actually stay with.
Noko's quite obsessed with your arm. Your apprentices would be extremely proud knowing a Gestral loves their work.
Yeah, they'd be insanely excited.
Well, they did a great job designing your arm. It was quite a creative assignment you gave them.
Well, when life gives you lemons.
Gag me with the spoon.
Losing an arm is quite a lemon.
Yeah, it's not lemonade.
Laugh track. Oh, who's this? Chef Gestal.
Oi,
You're the one who was supposed to watch over the lost Gestal kids.
você rito
Isn't it
culo
obvious?
bahama.
Yeah, it's me. Done a very poor job.
Kima.
Such disrespect. Can't you see I'm sad? Okay, sorry.
Kule kawawila
No,
fosse
wait,
rito.
you're expeditioners. Yeah. Yeah?
Awa,
Well,
amina
perfect.
mina
You like killing
isso.
stuff, exploring the world, then dying, right?
Yeah.
I need your help. You've heard of the lost Gestrals, right? Gestrals who disappeared after the fracture? The ones the searchers are, searching for?
Mi da goma
Well, when the
rito
searchers
esse
find
kima
one,
bando.
I watch over them until someone from the village comes to pick them up. 9 of these mischievous imps ran away from me. Well, until you brought one back. Where could they be now?
Kipa tula
It could be
kima.
anywhere. I really
Sabelu.
want to become a searcher, but they'll never let me be one if I lose more Gestrals than I find.
Taro mutasusu
You see them,
makoroto.
tell them to come back here. If they'll listen to you, they like humans.
Mi da goma
For every
rito
Gestral you
esse
find, I shall
kima
reward
bando.
you the most precious of treasures. It's treasure gratitude.
Você rito
What?
culo bahama.
No. Who would trick someone like that? All right, well, we'll help you. then.
Taro mutasusu
Thanks, brave people. Here, take
makoroto.
what I already owe you. Oh, little guy. Yeah, we found you. I love it. So it's Gestral daycare. Fantastic. What's up, Maelle? I'm here to engage my sense of your incompetence that doesn't actually exist.
Maybe you should stay.
What?
It's safer in the village.
I'm gonna let this play out. But I don't love the start.
Missed the chance to meet Esquie, eh? No way.
Maelle,
I'm okay. We stick together.
I get it. Look, okay. This is all right. So there are so many scenarios. I mean, I say this as a therapist because in certain scenarios, it's my job to engage this. But even in real life, I mean, I can get there too. I know that I have a strong reaction to these things. But if you walk it back for a minute and you actually take a look at it, this is one of those scenarios. And I don't even know how many times I've said to clients, particularly like couples, where I get both sides of this. There's no, like in human interactions and decision making, it's very rare that there's ever like one objectively better decision or perspective than another one because it's all subjective. So what I mean by this is that Gustav's perspective is, I care about Maelle. I want her to be safe. She matters a great deal to me. Part of how I have constructed my own identity is as somebody who is supposed to protect her. She is still young. She still has a chance to survive. I want to facilitate that. I care deeply about her, so anytime I get a chance to do it and see an opportunity for her to be safer than she currently is, I'm going to make that known. Because I love her and care about her deeply, and I don't want to lose her, and I don't want her to die. I don't even think it's selfish totally on Gustav's part. I think he benefits from it to some degree, because for as long as she's safe, he feels good about himself. But I also think he genuinely cares about her well-being. So I get where he's coming from. I would also completely understand Maelle saying, hell no. I'm coming with you. I am competent. I just won all of those arena matches. I know what I'm doing. And while I appreciate you looking after me, I also am able to look after myself and expect that you will respect that. And if she drives her crazy that it keeps suggesting she do things like stay in the village rather than come with them, then at some point she should voice herself and say, stop saying this shit to me, dude. I do not need you to point out every single scenario where there is a safer option. It's not my responsibility to make you feel better by going against my own desires and staying safe. I also think that it's Gustav's responsibility as the person who I think ostensibly has a bit more power in the relationship to read the feedback. And this is something that generally drives me nuts about a lot of people in interpersonal relationships is they get so wrapped up in their own shit, they don't read feedback. And the way that you would read the feedback on this is literally every single time from the time the game started, Gustav has suggested that Maelle do something in the interest of her safety instead of doing what she wants to do. Every single time he says that, she pushes back. That is feedback. That perhaps, my guy, you are missing the mark. So while I do think it's important that Maelle speak up, I also think it is deeply important for Gustav to pay attention to the patterns in the way that she reacts to him when he says certain things. If every time you tell your sister you think she should stay home because it's safer, she goes, no, screw you, I'm coming with, it may mean that there's something about her you're not understanding. And if the thing that you engage is, I know better, so listen to me or else, you are gonna lose. Because if we force her to stay in the village, I guarantee you she probably sneaks out and finds a way to figure out whatever it is she wants to do. So instead, if you're Gustav here and you read the feedback, I think it's important for you to say, you know, Maelle, I get a sense, like every time I suggest safety, you push back on me. I'd love to know what that's about. Like, is there something I'm missing here? And if she says, yeah, I don't need you to worry about that. That's not important to me. Let me look after myself. I care about you too, but I'm on this expedition. And the more you say that stuff, the more it makes me not want to talk to you. I've decided I'm on this. So unless I'm a liability to the mission, which I'm very clearly not, I need you to drop it. Like, that's a really good conversation, I think, for the two of them to have here. Now, again, Maelle may not care. All right, so I'm making an assumption here in the means of trying to illustrate something to the masses here, but it very well could be that Maelle doesn't care. It very well could be that when Maelle hears Gustav say you should stay here because it's safer and she pushes back, she's grateful to hear that Gustav is thinking of her and trying to take care of her, and that means something to her. So I'm not trying to make a whole bunch of assumptions on her part here. I don't have the ability to ask her. And if that's the case, then fine. But he just keeps relentlessly pursuing her safety, and at some point I think that's less about seeing her for who she is and more about engaging too much with who he is and who he wants to be and the external validation he gets from her being in a certain space. So these are the types of things that are important for me to point out when I see them when I'm doing therapy or when I'm, whatever. And so, like, here is the time to talk about that. He's just kind of relentless in a way that he doesn't need to be. Where's the faceless man? There he is. Lord, I stand. The curator offers you his services. Upgrade weapons. Alright. What is Maelle currently has this equipped. I'm probably going to use Maelle a lot. So I am interested in this. And I've got plenty. So that's a very Pierce Shields weapon. Probably good for now. Oh man, she's CL's gonna not be fun for me to use. Free aim shots deal damage. Generate a random stain on a free aim shot. So he doesn't get little abilities on his weapons. Expedition resources. Add loom up. Sure. All right. Attributes. 45. Ugh. It's fine. All right, what do we got? Deals high single target dark damage, medium single target damage. One hit uses weapon flow, heals self. Okay, so she's basically like just keeps healing herself. Go the dark path. Dark path is good. All right. Check up on the others. Hey. Hey.
You okay? You've been quiet since we left the village.
Yeah, sorry. Just bad memories.
Wanna talk about it?
No.
No.
I'm glad you're here.
I would never abandon a member of Aquafarm 3.
Aquafarm 3.
Aquafarm 3.
That was so long ago. You and Sophie were inseparable on that project.
Yeah, we were.
That was a good project. It fed so many neighborhoods at once. Kind of nostalgic thinking back. We really thought we were making a difference.
Hey, we're still making a difference.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah.
They go way back. Knock it off. You guys please be cool while I try to... My Warhammer case is on my floor over there, and the cats can climb on it, and they both would like to be on it right now. And currently Jack is on it. And Jiro's not loving that. And I can't figure out which one's being a dick. Alright, it's right in the journal. I don't have much for that exchange, by the way. I need to learn more about them. He spent some time writing in his journal. He writes about Gestrals. He knows how happy his apprentices will be to learn the exit. He hopes that one day his apprentices will read everything he wrote.
For those who come after.
Yeah. Gotta break this up. You stop. Come say hi to the people. This is King Dickhead, also known as Kitty Man. You're the one being a dick. So that's why I pulled you away. Your brother gets it. You like Expedition 33? Yeah. You better be nice. Go be nice. Billy man. Nice. Alright. Go to sleep. Will we have another nightmare?
I can't believe it. We're gonna meet the Esquie.
The Gestrals and Esquie. The tales are true.
Do you feel something? White hair. Who are you?
Alicia, I told you to stay home. It's not good for you to see this. Yes, I understand. It's her fault, and she doesn't even know it. But you can't be here.
What are you talking about? What's my fault? What is this?
You should never have come. You're only going to make things worse for everyone. Now take your friends and go home. Let them spend their final year in peace. This is your only warning.
I can't wait to see.
Maelle?
Hey.
Hey.
Same. I saw him. The white-haired man and this woman.
Where?
did
What are you
you
talking
see?
about?
Maelle, breathe. Slow down. What did you see? Think carefully. Every detail could be important.
Okay. First, I'm not particular from a video game, this is cool, awesome standpoint. The white-haired dude showing up there, badass, cool. We'll see what happens with that. I'm not interested in that right now. I'm interested in Maelle's experience of that. She didn't have that while she was asleep. As far as I can tell, that's a legitimate vision she had. But we're going to have a conversation about whether that even matters. This is a really, really, really good opportunity for me to talk about what happens when a person hallucinates or is having a psychological subjective experience that is different from what the consensus reality is. I'm guessing that the majority of my audience, you have not been around. Maybe you have. I mean, some of you certainly have, but I would guess the overwhelming majority of you probably have not ever been in the actual midst of a person who is either like hallucinating or is in a derealized state or having like a psychotic break or on the fringe of incredibly severe panic attack. It can be really scary to be around. Okay, if you're Gustav and Lune and Ciel here, and you have Maelle panicking and saying that she just saw the guy again and you didn't see that, that can be a very unsettling experience to have. And the tendency in these situations, not really happening here, which I appreciate a lot, the tendency is for people to want to get that person back to reality. But that is not the way that you want to engage a person who is in that situation or is in the aftermath of it. Because for Maelle, that vision was real. Now, whether it's real in the game or not, I'm assuming it is. I don't know. I don't care. Do not comment and tell me whether it is or not, because we're going to learn more about it. But ultimately, it's real for her. So she saw what she saw. She was present for it, and now she's been snapped back to a reality where the three people around her did not experience what she experienced. Now, not everybody gets the benefit of snapping back. Sometimes this is just like the reality that a person lives in, and that means that they live in an entirely different perceptive world than you do, and it can be very hard to reach. So what do? You respond to what that person is saying to you, which sounds so counterintuitive to lots of folks. And I'm going to share an example. I've shared this in other playthroughs, but I worked on the National Suicide Prevention Hotline for 3 years, but not every phone call we ever got was a suicidal call. There were calls that we would get from regular callers, from people in crisis, from people who just needed to talk things out. Like, it was a pretty comprehensive service that we provided. Now, there were some people that would call regularly that were very clearly in a different psychological state. There was one person in particular who we were pretty sure was calling from a group home. And when we were going through training about like how do you respond, this is not the actual thing that the person would say, but I'm using this as an example. That person would call and say something like, "I have spiders in my stomach." The reaction that you have to that is not, "No, you don't." It's, "Tell me about them. How are you managing that? What do you need me to know about it?" You reach into that person's reality and be as present with it as you can, no matter how intense it might be, because that is the easiest and most direct way to get that person to a point of de-escalation. So Lune is doing a nice job. Now, I would argue that what Lune is doing is too soon, because she's having some level of anxiety, maybe borderline panic attack here by what she just saw. And when that happens, people do not have the ability to think with any degree of sophistication because their brain is quite literally like offline. Their prefrontal cortex in particular. If you want to learn more about how to react and respond and what you need to know about panic attacks, I have a video on YouTube about that. I am going to talk about it a bit here. But ultimately, reaching in and validating that person's experience and listening to what's going on is important. So if Maelle is scared or anxious or whatever it is, like being present with that and saying, I see that you're scared. I see that you're anxious. That's okay. We're here, is an important means of doing this. I would make the argument that touching her That's a dicey thing that you should know whether it's okay or not to do, but it can be a very helpful grounding thing for a person that you trust. And if that person said, yes, it is okay to touch me if I'm freaking out because it helps ground me, and that's awesome. For some people, that's worse. But ultimately, their presence with her is good, and you want to be curious about her experience because it was real for her. Now, whether we take this information and do anything with it, we'll see how that goes, and that's a very contextual thing. But ultimately, what she's going through is a legitimate emotional experience. Even if it conflicts with the consensus reality, the only way she's even going to come close to recognizing whether that was real or not is to have people acknowledge that they understand what she just went through. And that only happens via curiosity. Now, as it relates to a panic attack, again, if you want an in-depth walkthrough on that from me, I have a video on YouTube about it. But the short version of it here is that you have 2 thresholds that you have to meet as a person who responds to somebody who's having a panic attack. There's essentially 2 things that are happening at once. The first thing is that a person having a panic attack is having a literal nervous system response. You have a sympathetic nervous system and a parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system creates physiological arousal, and it also shuts certain systems of your body off. So it's a evolutionary means of priming you for action. When your sympathetic nervous system fires, your appetite will generally go away. Your sexual desire and ability to use your genitals will go away. You will have, like, your pores might open, your eyes will dilate, and you will experience this surge of like energy generally. And it can also create a degree of hyperventilation because you're trying to essentially keep up with what's happening here. The goal when a person has a sympathetic nervous response in a moment where that is not warranted. Now, if you freak out because you see a poisonous snake in the weeds 2 feet away from you, it's a very useful response because it's probably going to get you to a point where you like run away. You freak out, you panic, you run away, you're breathing heavy, you're like, oh my God. It's very adaptive. But in a circumstance where you're not actually in danger, in this case, Maelle is not actually in danger, the goal is to engage a person's parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system is essentially the counter to the sympathetic nervous system that brings certain things back online and brings your physiological arousal down. And the way that you do that, first of all, that happens in a span of about, at longest, 2 minutes. I mean, it can be shorter than that, but at longest, 2 minutes is how long that's going to go. And the way that you can do that is through things like grounding. So that's where you breathe in through the nose, hold out through the mouth. In that state of panic, you do not ever want to ask a person open-ended questions. You also don't want to say things like calm down. What you want to do is respond to her very similar to the way that most of them are responding here by saying, I'm here. Let's focus on breathing. Grab this water bottle and be present with it. You might ask a yes or no question or two, like, are you okay? Can you hear me? Stuff like that. Yes or no, or maybe even nods or this. Sometimes people can't even verbalize when they're having a sympathetic nervous response. But you keep it very present and directive and simple. If you ask a person who is having an anxiety attack, or is on the verge of one, open-ended questions, 1, you are not going to get the answer you want, and 2, you are likely to escalate them. So it's completely useless to do it. They do not have the brain capacity, nor do they have the auditory processing ability to actually engage it anyway. So you're wasting time. So grounding, breath, engaging breathing. Yes, it sounds cliche, but it's a very important piece of this because the parasympathetic nervous system creates that hyperventilation, which often means more shallower breathing. You want your diaphragm to expand. So what I will generally do if I'm in the midst of somebody with a panic attack is say, hey, let's focus on me. We're going to breathe. And you empathize and you speak at a pace that matches them. So it's, I'm here with you. It's okay. Can you hear me? let's focus on getting you back. We're going to breathe. I want you to breathe with me. We're going to go in through the nose, hold, out through the mouth. So with me, in through the nose. Feel your tummy come out, hold, out through your mouth. I'm right here. I'm here with you. We're in Las Vegas. We're at the gym. We're at home. We're in the kitchen. All right, another one. In through the nose, hold, out through the mouth, and keep going. About 2 minutes, or until that person starts to acknowledge that they're back. Okay? That matching of intensity is more of a sophisticated skill, but you can actually speak more quickly with them and then slowly dial your cadence back, and that will also bring people down because they'll mirror you. So you can calm people down that way as well. A lot of times people think if they speak quickly to somebody when they're empathizing with them that they're going to make it worse, but you're not. You're going to match it, and then you bring them down. It works really well, which is why it's tried and tested and why everybody does it. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that's happening is that she is having an endocrine response, which means that she is having hormones get released and surge through her blood. Your window on that is about 20 minutes for that to flush out of your system, because instead of running down your neurons, it's running in your bloodstream, and that has to get flushed out. So it very well may be that when she saw the gray-haired man and then this other thing that was whatever pointing at her and she's in this space, cortisol may have been injected into her blood from her adrenal glands, and now she's got to deal with that. So even if you get through your nervous response, you have to manage an endocrine response. This is sometimes why people are still shaky or they feel like high-strung even after they've calmed down. That's going to take a while to flush out of your blood. People are generally more present during that, but you still want to work to try to like take care of yourself and not put too many demands on a person while that's getting flushed out of their system. So all of this is to say that everybody's actually doing a pretty good job attending to Maelle right now. Lune saying, I need you to recount everything perfectly because it may be important. I don't think Maelle would actually, and if this was a real scenario, Maelle would not really be capable of doing that unless she had a significant amount of like resilience factors that allowed her to get her parasympathetic nervous system engaged quicker. But she's very clearly freaking out. So don't make demands on a person that's in this space. Give them certain directives that they can manage and then mirror whatever you can in order to get them present in the moment. There's a pretty good representation of this. It's a little, again, I started with the other thing of like, if a person's hallucinating or whatever, because this is why it doesn't matter if what just happened is real or not. It was real for her, and that has to be attended to. If you're like, Maelle, it wasn't real, it's fine. You are completely missing the mark. You're making it about your anxiety and not wanting to manage and deal with the fact that like maybe she saw something. So anyway, we'll let this play out, but that's a little crash course in how you might manage a scenario like this.
He said we need to go home and that it's my fault. And that I'm gonna make things worse for everyone. You were all frozen. I couldn't. It was like a waking nightmare.
It's okay. It's okay.
What else? You said there was a woman.
Gustav is killing it right now, okay? So credit given where credit is due. Gustav is doing a fantastic job. He is tactile. He's with her. It's okay. It's over. Lune, dropping the ball right now for me. I understand that you want this information, but you are likely... Maelle is not calming down yet, right? 2-minute window. We're like 30 seconds into a 2-minute window, maybe. Lune demanding more information here. Again, I understand why she's doing it, but this is why it is so deeply important for everybody watching this to understand what's actually happening for Maelle. Because if you understand what's happening, you know that Lune's response here is not the way. And in some ways, Maelle's ability to recount what's going on is not necessarily going to be as accurate either. It's just a mess. So she is potentially an escalating factor here. And if you're Gustav, you probably should look at Lune. Maybe he will. You probably want to look at Lune and be like, yo, Lune, we need to hold on a second. We can get the information, but we need her back first. It's okay. Like, and then go back to attending to her. But you want to run interference on that if you're somebody that knows what you're doing here, because Lune runs the risk of making this worse. It's like when a person is having a medical issue and then they get swarmed by people, and like there are some people who are like super anxious about it, and it makes the entire thing worse for everybody because they're freaking out and they're not actually being helpful. And usually doctors will say, step away, get them out of here. It's essentially what's happening here with Lune. If I'm like a therapist in this scenario, I'm looking at Lune, I'm going, Lune, no, not right now. I need you to back off. I understand that you need the information, but this is not the time. We need to get her back here. You have to triage that.
Lune, maybe later.
Great. Oh man, that look from Gustav, holy shit. And way to go, Maelle. Damn, that was great.
And she had a mask, and
I know this is hard, but I need you to focus, okay? While the details are fresh.
Lune, ask her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, breathe. Listen to me. You're safe. Do you understand? Okay? It's over.
Awesome. Okay. Gustav and CL, killing it. Now, I just want to be very clear here that my being critical of Lune is not from a, wow, what a freaking idiot space. Okay? I am critical of Lune's response because it's not helpful for the situation. But in the interest of empathizing with all parties, if you're somebody who is not particularly great at reading feedback in social situations, or if you're a person who has a tendency to focus more on the pragmatics of a situation because the emotions just don't quite get to you in the same way that it might to somebody else, your desire to learn information here, if you're Lune, makes a lot of sense. Like, I do get that she has a sense of urgency around wanting to gather information. Logical conclusion is she's fresh out of it, thus she has recency bias, thus she's more likely to give me more, because if it was like a dream, if you don't record your dream almost immediately after you wake up, you're likely to lose certain factors of it. So it makes sense, but from a broader, how do you handle a human interaction standpoint, and this really goes for anybody who is akin to having a nervous system response like this, which is basically all of us, your presence should mirror Gustav and CL more than it should Lune. Because they're correct. You're going to get more information from her. So I'm not trying to be a dick to her. This is the kind of thing is like, if I'm a therapist and this is a family and I'm working with them, what I would say to Lune in the aftermath of this is, hey, Lune, I think we need to work on some skills here on how you respond to Maelle if she's going to have these types of panic attacks, because there are ways that you can be more helpful and get the information that you're looking for, and I'm more than happy to help you understand what that is. So it's constructive feedback for her. But I love the way that this is represented with kind of like the different ways that people would go after it. And good for Maelle for essentially warding Lune off. And she gets ganged up on, and she should be ganged up on because Maelle needs to have that presence. She needs to feel that support. It is the most important thing right now, is to get her calmed down so that she doesn't go into shock, or she doesn't have like a full-blown panic attack and then become a total liability. Like, I mean, there's a lot of things that you're trying to mitigate here with de-escalation. Well done on the representation there, game devs. Appreciate giving me an opportunity to talk through that. Drawbridge is down.
Feeling better?
Excellent.
yeah.
We can debrief along the way. Let's head east to Esquie's nest.
All right. Oh, as we go through this part, I'm going to address something that I've seen a few people mention in the comments, which is, DrMick, if you don't like the gameplay, why do you keep going out of your way to fight things that you could walk past? First of all, didn't necessarily know you could walk past them, so thanks for the spoiler. Second, because if fighting certain things and going to certain areas allows me to see more of the game and potentially leads to an interaction that I can analyze, I'm going to do it. I like to be as thorough as I can. All right, buddy. Time to get out of my way. I think I already walked up here once, but...
Oh,
Oh, hi, little humans. You need the password to enter.
Golgra said to shout the password as loud as we can. Well, Gustav, you're the loudest.
Really? Hey.
Come on, don't be shy.
Get out of my way!
Jeez.
Don't need to be so rude.
No. It's just the... It's the password.
Well, I don't know. Gogo never told me the password, but whatever. Just go in. That's great.
Look, I am very sorry. It's just that Golgra told us that's the password, and
Come on, it's a Gestal. He'll have forgotten in about a minute.
Aw. I appreciate you trying to repair that, Gustav. You recognized that it was hurtful, and you tried to make amends. That's fine. Okay, now, before we go into this space, just from a... Okay, wow, we saw the white-haired dude, and whoever his assistant was, and what are DrMick's thoughts about that, just from a, hey, you're playing the game? I very deeply want to know what his investment in them going away and not taking on the expedition goal is, if he himself at some point was an expeditioner. There's obviously something going on here that he either is benefiting from and trying to protect, or if he's trying to do us a solid, there might be dangers beyond our comprehension and he's trying to get it to go away. But his hostility to me is the weirdest part, because why be hostile if you're trying to help? So my head goes to, what is he protecting? How long has he been here? What does he know? What is he invested in? Do not answer those questions in the comments. But that is where my head's at. I'm sure we'll find out eventually. This area legitimately looks like something that would be invested. See, I knew I hadn't been over here yet.
Useful.
How do we get up there?
Interesting decor.
Esquie is said to feed on light.
Are you okay, Maelle?
I don't know. Getting a bit of deja vu again.
The light here. It feels a little... I don't know. Yeah.
Look who's down there. Yeah, they, I mean, I'm sort of amazed that they take all of this in stride. Like, none of this looks like anything that, well, I don't know. Actually, I guess their world that they live in does have some quirks to it. Oh, I can't. Oh, shit. All right, I just drop down here? Oh, there's a... Can I go in the water? Can I swim? Hey, it's another one of these dude skis. Come on, I'll fight you. I'll fight you. Where are you taking me? Where are you taking me? Come on. I'ma get you. I'ma get you. Buddy, come on. How far do I gotta chase you? We going in a big circle? We are. Oh, you went a different way. You got nowhere to go. You got nowhere to go. Come on. Okay, so I gotta like, he's gonna go whatever. Okay, I gotta be smarter about what direction I try to send him. And I'm pretty sure he needs to go toward that yellow area. Right? I think he's probably got to go toward that. Yeah, go to that thing. Yeah. All right.
Let me flow.
Oh, I was too early. Damn it.
A storm is coming.
I'm ready. Strike!
Brace yourselves. Brace yourselves.
Hard to tell who it's going to. Oh yeah, he's got like a limited amount of turns before he leaves.
For those who come after.
No! Damn. You're not strong enough. Oh well. Hopefully he comes back. Guess we'll find out though. You won't run away though. Alright. What do you got for me, mime? Burn. Dude, these things have such an outrageous amount of health.
Let us stain them.
Alright, that's not particularly useful. That is.
Get ready.
That hurt.
Let the ink flow. Let the ink flow. Feel the burn.
Jesus, these things are. What do I have? I got 8.
On fire.
Lunde, watch out.
Almost got all of them.
Let the ink flow. Lightning. Strike.
Physical damage is where it's at. Oh, there we go. Beauty.
For those who come off.
Oh, yeah.
Let us stain them.
Eat it. Oh, all right. Earth damage is where it's at. All right. Oh, wow. Holy shit. 4,000? All right. Dude, Maelle's where it's at. Probably is, Julia. I would imagine. I mean, the city, like Lumiere or whatever that we were in before this, had crazy shit going on. So either they've had, I mean, the other thing is that they've, from what I understand, they've read stories about stuff from previous expeditions, or they have some degree of expectation that, like, of stuff. So hard to know, but I think if they were completely awestruck by every single thing in the world to a point of being, like, debilitated by it, it wouldn't make for a very good gameplay experience. Obviously. It's a really cool area, though. Piano playing in the background is great, too. Seems like these areas are getting so much bigger, too. Look at that. That's like a statue. I like the little details like that. Like, not all of this is just rock, right? Like, this is a statue, too. This is a statue. So this is like gestural statues in addition to being rocks. See? That thing's reaching its hand out. That thing's like throwing something. That kind of stuff is so cool. I'll bet you people just blow past it. Are those hands in the ceiling? Yeah. It's like, oh, it's just rocks, but like it's not. Oh shit.
No Esquie.
Whoa! What's up, Esquie?
Bonjour.
Bonjour, mes
Hey,
amis.
bonjour, mon ami. Ciel.
What? I don't know. He seems nice.
Oh, it's you. Hello again, my terrible swimmer friend. You finally come to learn to swim?
No. I'm not that fond of water.
Me either.
Actually, that's sort of why we're here. We need to cross the sea. Golger said you could help.
Mon ami, a rolling stone gathers no moss.
Pardon me?
In the stories, they say Esquie likes to speak in riddles.
In what way?
I don't get it.
We really need to cross the sea. Would you please help us?
There's a lot of you to carry. I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. I will need Flory,
Who's Flory?
one of my rocks.
Rocks.
See? Flory helps me swim. But Flory was stolen by my arch nemesis. One whose every step shakes the foundation of the world. The one known as Francois.
Okay.
Let me guess. Francois is located deep in Nevron-infested territory, right?
Oh no. He's right next door. Over there.
Oh,
Francois is my neighbor.
okay. Well, I guess we could take a look.
Fantastic. Good luck, mes amis. Please, bring Flory back to me.
You seem to know me.
Yes.
How? I don't understand.
Men trip not on mountains. They stumble upon stones.
Okay.
That's a good line. Dude, I love that this game is so just like self-aware. And like Gustav is every gamer that ever like Gustav before he went on the expedition was at home playing Elden Ring. And then he comes up and he's like, no, he's just like my neighbor. And I don't like him. He's over there. And it's Francois. Go get the shit I want. It's just great. It makes for such an awesome experience. I appreciate when games are aware that they're games. And then build something cool into the story as the result of it. It's fantastic. Doesn't this kind of look like the gestural version of the Joker's ha 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 written all over things? Like, that's totally the vibe I'm getting from this. Just imagine if Francois was named Megatron or something. Well, I think they tried that, but Warner Brothers wouldn't let them have the IP, or Universal. Whoever does Transformers, I don't even know anymore. All right, where do we go? Oh, Francois. Francois, I love the way he said Francois. 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 Over there.
The more information we get, the more questions I have.
You okay, Sia?
Yeah. Esquie is surprising.
What I appreciate about Lune, I like how Lune is kind of like this monolithic representation of like intelligence. Because yeah, the smarter you are, the more you realize you don't know. The more you learn, the more questions you have. That is, as soon as you think you know everything, you know nothing.
Oh, lovely.
It's not true. You still know stuff. You just don't know as much as you think you do. All right, here we go. A little save point here. It would seem I haven't fought anything, so I might as well sit with this. All right. Francois! Francois! Is this Francois? Or is this the rock?
There's nothing here.
Lune. How many times did you watch out in a big arena like this and then there was
Who
something?
dares enter my lair?
What's up, Francois?
You can't just walk into someone's home without knocking. That is incredibly rude.
Is that... Are you Francois?
What's up?
It's just a talking rock.
Wait, I thought Flory was the rock.
A rock? I am not a rock. Do you have rocks for eyes? You certainly have rocks for brains. I am clearly a turtle. Esquie! Stop sending hooligans over here!
Stop being a meanie. They're nice humans.
Then keep them on your side of the caves! Now get off my lawn!
It's okay. We'll leave. We're just here for Florrie.
So, not only are you intruding, you're here to steal? Oh my word! Humans! Well, over my dead body! Rah!
Yes. Cue the 80s aerobics music. Let's go. I love it. Oh, yes. Oh, this is great. I love that they like yell at each other too through like the windows. It's oh man.
I'm ready.
Strongest ice attack ever. Oh, and I whiffed on it by a half second. They do a really good job making you think it's going to go at one spot, and then it doesn't.
Chroma is flowing. Feel the burn.
Can burn, all right. Strongest ice attack ever. Ah, it's the second noise. All right, now I know. Oops. Friends. Oh, yeah. Dude, Maelle, just, come on. Absolute badass. I love that she's like, Gustav thinks she's so incompetent, and she's like by far the strongest person in the group.
Okay, let's put an end to this foolishness. I need to sleep like a turtle.
All this trouble for a tiny rock.
Take it and never come back.
Francois, you got smashed.
Francois. It's such a fun name to say too. Like, I don't think they could have picked a better name.
But know that I will never stop chasing you.
But you can't move.
Scram!
I don't remember the last time I laughed this much in a video game. I appreciate it so much. Oh, Francois. 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 Oh, man. Thank you, Francois. You can give him back his stinking stone. I don't care. Now scram.
Francois and Esquie are very different from Gestrals and Nevrons.
You think the Paintress created them too?
If not, who else?
Maybe they came from another world.
Oh man, to have your entire world turned upside down about the Paintress would be really something. Maybe capable of making
This
cool
will be
stuff
useful.
too. Maybe she's not all death. I don't know. Maybe somebody's got her. She's captive. She can't decide to do. I mean, who knows? But yeah, this all turns it upside down. You trying to spare everybody from how awful everything is over here?
Nice.
It's like if she's like tied up and there's like a puppet master that just forces her to like hit the exterminate button. She has no choice in the matter. As far as we know, nobody's ever talked to her. Amazing what diverse representation does for cognitive flexibility. Midnight, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. All right, my guy. What's up, Esquie? What you got for me? I got the rock.
You got Flory. That's not Flory.
What do you mean that's not Flory?
Ha! I never had Flory. Your rock is still on the Stone Wave Cliffs.
He got me good.
Wait, does this mean you won't help us?
If you promise to get me Flory, then we can be buddies.
Can't you swim without Flory? We saw you flying just now.
Oh, you're much too heavy. I need my rocks.
Your rocks.
Alas, I've lost them all. I can do much more than swim. I can fly into space. I used to fly all the time with my best friend Verso.
We'll help you find your stones.
Oh,
You're
how
damn right we
lovely
will.
of you.
Wait, Francois said the Stone Wave Cliffs. Where's that?
All the way to the north. Just aim for the big 33. Ooh. I'll meet you outside. Ah!
I love that they appreciate how absurd it is too. It's great. Oh my god. Oh, it just so perfectly just like tickles my funny bone. Oh. It's so, the writing on it. So good. I never had your rock, you idiot. God damn it. All right, fine. It's over here. Like, what a great way to keep you doing things. And then be caught up in this feud that these two Gestrals have with each other. And it's just like you need them, so you have to deal with it. Oh man, it's so good. Oh, what's going on over here? Oh, another dead person.
Expedition 66, Marcel. Damn you, Esquie, and your stupid mushrooms. Your friend ate them with no problem, but it also seems your friend was immortal. That's the sort of extremely relevant detail that you should mention at the start. Oh, stop crying. You're not the one about to die. I can't believe this is the end of our expedition. We've learned nothing and achieved nothing, and we're not even leaving anything useful for future expeditions. Damn it all, I should never have trusted a giant talking marshmallow. Great, and now I'm losing consciousness.
The journals are great too. I actually, from a game design standpoint, I really love that you meet these people first and then you get to hear a log about them because you already have preconceived notions about them and then you engage with that. And I think that's the order that's more interesting. It's like, it's so good because it's like, because you just got to experience how silly he is and then you read that or hear it and you're like, oh, I actually kind of know what he was working with, I think. Or maybe there was something different. But other people have experienced this before. I'm also
Oh, lovely.
I'll talk. Energizing start. The AP on battle start. Hey, look at that. Esquie hanging out in the background. That's great. Alrighty. Gustav. Take a look at some of these pictos here. Holy Christ. Here. Augmented first strike. 50% increased damage on the first hit once per battle. 1 AP on start. Every hit has a 50% chance to deal either 50% or 200% of its damage. Ooh. Now we're talking. 50% increased base attack damage. Pretty good though. It's hard to want to get rid of that. One AP on battle start is, but I don't know that I want Gustav to have it. I'm gonna put roulette on him. Why not? Maelle, I would love for you to have 1 AP on the start. +3 on killing an enemy. And apply a shell when falling below 50% health. No, I don't know that I'm interested in that either. 2% damage. That's pretty good too, because by the time I get to her, and damage on targets, 3 AP on breaking. %25 increased counter attack damage. Alright. Let's see. Gain 1 AP on perfect dodge once per turn. I want her to also have, here. 25% increased critical chance on burning enemies. That's good. 20% chance to burn on a free aim shot. Not really interested. So let's go. Over 15% health on base attack. Okay, that's equipped by Gustav. Oh. Huh. And we'll deal with you at some point as well. Ugh. Good. Hey, thanks for hanging out for these, by the way. I very much appreciate your presence. And I'm glad that you care about what I have to say about these cool games. This is indeed a cool game. All right. Esquie ability unlocked. Esquie can help you navigate impenetrable terrain to discover new areas on the continent. Call upon Esquie anytime the continent by pressing X. Esquie will help you move over difficult terrain, find other stones to improve Esquie's abilities. Really? You can ride him? Oh. Come on, no way. Yes. What a fabulous thing to have be available to me. I need to go north.
Acceleration!
Oh, so he can go over. Yeah.
We go.
Oh, this is great. What good news. Very satisfying. Scratches my power wash itch. Can't dismount here? Yes.
Perfect.
Another energizing start. Boy. What you got for sale? Hi, humans. Care for a good deal? What you got? Haircut for Gestal. Ooh. They can give him long DrMick hair. Gustav, shall I see myself in you? Oh, baby. Look at this guy. Oh, guess I gotta mount Esquie anyway.
Acceleration!
Exploration! Can he pick stuff up? Oh, he can.
Vergier, Expedition 62. Eugène beat the rest of us to 100 kills, but I'm still 3 shy. I might need to do some solo hunting if I'm going to even up the score. Oh, I can hear a big Nev coming. They count for double. If I kill it quick, I can boost my score.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'm the fastest ball!
Love that he talks. Oh, what a great thing. Let's go up here. Maybe. Let's go over here first. What's this? Oh, look at these. Oh. Screw it. I'll try it. What you got? Oh, great. Bourgeon. First strike. You got any weak points? Not that I can see.
Let the
God.
ink flow.
Finesse and grace.
Oh, oops. Oh, shit. Okay. We're done. Eats Lune. Oh, God. Forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Ready to parry.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
dance.
Okay. There we go, Maelle. Atta girl.
Finesse and precision. Ready to parry. Gupta, don't die. Okay.
Spits me asthma. Crushing combo. Oh, the last one. Oh. You're not burning anymore. So, let's go.
Flames. On me. Please survive. Gustav, don't die. On me. Ready to parry.
For those who come after.
Pretty good.
Finesse
1,000.
and grace. From fire. Please survive.
5-hit combo. Oh, that last one was so fast. God.
I'm ready. Finesse and precision. Parry it. Ready to parry. On me. Ready to parry. Parry it.
God, I hesitated because I thought it was gonna be slow. Oh.
For those who come after.
Oh my God. 9,099. Spits out Lune. About damn time, dude.
Feel the burn.
It's Gustav now. Cool. All right, let's go, girls. Yeah. Fantastic.
Take cover.
On me.
Let the ink flow. Feel the burn. Brace yourselves. Careful, Maelle.
Oh, cool. You can do all counters for that too. That's fantastic to know. Kamehameha action. Oh no, wait, what? You can eat Maelle too, huh?
Let us stain them.
Alright. At least we have this.
Feel the burn. Let us stain them.
We need Gustav back.
I'll do it. I'm ready. Let us stain them. Lightning, strike! Chroma is flowing. I'll do it.
Oh god.
I'll do it.
Thing's on its final stand. Spits out all the swallowed expeditioners. Yeah, it dies. What was it like in there? 13,000 XP, is that good? Goltaram. That is... Ooh. Snazzy stuff right there, bud. Augmented counter went from 3 to 8. Hey, lost Gestal. Oh, what? Me? I'm not lost at all. Sastro's waiting for you. What? Sastro needs me back. Okay, I was getting bored over here anyway. Whee! Nice.
Great.
Cover 3% health on a parry. That's pretty good. 25% increased counterattack damage. Good. But who's... Wait, so I don't have that on... Oh, I do. I have that on Maelle. Okay. What it should be. Oh, those look so cool. Vitality B, defense. Ability B, Lux C. So really, we're talking about almost the same thing. See you in part 8. Thanks so much for taking the time to come hang out and caring at all about what I have to say. A blast. Seeing all the cool stuff that's represented in this, and I'm looking forward to whatever is through that portal. If you support my videos in any kind of financial way, thank you very much for doing that. I am very grateful. More than anything, I appreciate your presence. So leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. Your engagement makes a world of difference for getting my videos in the YouTube algorithm so more people can enjoy it and learn from it. Check out my other playthroughs as well while you wait. If you are binging this, I'll see you right here in the next episode. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, we'll get it out as soon as we can. You matter. You're awesome. See you in the next one.